If we're not at a Disney park, we're dreaming about being there, and a cup of Joffrey's Coffee Disney Blend helps. But what about when you're at a Disney park? The Joffrey's Disney Kiosk and Restaurant Locator will make sure you never miss out. Whether it's a cool drink on a hot summer vacation or a great cup of coffee at a Disney signature restaurant, Joffrey's has you covered. Check it out at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm an angry Tim Scott.
And I am just as angry, Bob Collar. This is our, we're actually putting this show out early, as you guys can probably tell. We're going to need Friday off to recover from this news. Not happy, Tim.
No.
Not happy. Of course, everybody, you all know that we're talking about the new parking charges.
Right.
At Walt Disney World. I will say this.
What?
This was very interesting.
Okay.
This is from the Walt Disney World site.
Okay. Yes.
This is what it says.
Read it to me. I think I've read it, but I want to hear this again.
This is why it's interesting. The title of this is Explore the Variety of Parking Options Available Across Walt Disney World Resort.
Well, that sounds positive.
That sounds positive.
It sounds like they're going to give us something.
It sounds to me like they're the ones exploring the variety of parking options
exactly
available at Walt Disney World Resort. I got a feeling this is going to be rescinded possibly soon because the blowback on this is just unbelievable on social media. Of course, Disney announced that effective for reservations made March 21st, 2018. So if you've already got a trip planned, you don't have to worry about it. And thereafter, standard overnight self-parking is available to registered guests for a fee.
A fee?
Applied. A fee.
Wow. That sounds horrible.
I don't like fees. Why don't you say a charge or a whipping?
You have to up your budget is what I'm hearing.
Will be applied to their hotel folio upon checkout. All parking fees include applicable tax. So you're not going to get hit with a tax on top of it.
Well, it's built in. You're still paying it.
You're still, well, yeah.
They're just arranging it so it's a nice round number.
Standard overnight parking charges per resort category. Disney Value Resorts, $13 per night.
Thank goodness, because those parking lots are always packed. Did your sarcasm meter go off? Because I was trying to lay it on pretty thick.
Yeah. Disney Moderate Resorts, $19 per night.
Oh.
Disney Deluxe and Deluxe Villa Resorts, $24 per night.
Well, those parking spots must be even bigger.
Must be even bigger.
Must be wider for more security zone around your car.
Right. Yes. We'll go with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Complimentary standard parking is available to guests staying at the campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort. The key word there is campsites.
Right.
So if you're getting a cabin, plan on paying the $19 per night.
Well, at least I'm thankful that if I'm towing in my trailer, they're not going to also charge me for the vehicle I towed it in with.
Yet.
Exactly.
Yet. Valet parking is available at select Disney Deluxe Resorts and Disney Deluxe Villas for $33 per night. Disney Vacation Club members, DVC members, will not be charged for standard overnight self-parking when staying at a DVC Deluxe Villa, regardless of whether they use vacation points or another form of payment. Members also will not be charged to park when using vacation points to stay at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel. This is the one that bothers you.
Yes.
Day guests. Complimentary standard self-parking is available while enjoying select dining, shopping, entertainment, and recreation experiences at Disney Resort hotels.
Yes. So somebody who's not invested in actually staying at the hotel I'm at.
Not paying $400 a night.
Not paying $400 a night.
Right.
Who's also enjoying dinner at the same restaurants and the same shopping inside there. They don't have to pay to park.
Don't have to pay to park.
I'm paying to stay there already.
Right.
But Tim, you need to pay for your vehicle here because you've shown interest in our resort and you want to stay here. We're going to charge you more than the other people are just stopping by to visit and have a meal.
Correct.
Oh. That just sounds so wrong.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, okay?
Yes.
And everybody's talking about this. We don't usually do negative shows, okay? We're a half full podcast. We try to be, all right? But this is ridiculous. And again, folks, you guys all know Tim and I typically drive down when we go down with our families. So this is going to impact us. You were bothered by the fact that the only time you can travel is in the summertime, and you're getting charged a premium price for the hotel.
Right.
Because your wife is an educator.
Right.
And the only time you can go is during the summertime, so they jacked up the rates. That bothered you. That
bothers me that we have to pay more for the hotel. We have to pay more for the tickets now.
Right. The tickets are more expensive.
And now they're...
And
go ahead.
And now this.
Exactly.
No, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, they just keep piling it on. And it's hard to not feel, and I don't want to use the term nickel and dime, because we're talking about way much more money here than nickel and dime.
Right.
But, you figure in some of the cost of some of these hotel rooms. Sometimes you're able to, I'm going to make the splurge.
Right.
I got a code. I want to stay at somewhere. I want to stay like at the Grand Floridian.
Right.
Or the Beach Club. So maybe I have a decent code now. It's still going to cost me a lot. I'm pushing the budget just to do that. But now you have to spend an extra $24 a day on top of that just to park my car there. That's not going on any attractions and not seeing any shows.
And here's the thing. To park at the theme park, this is what I don't understand. I understand, okay, everybody's doing it. Universal does it. That's why I don't go and stay at Universal, because it cost me to park on that asphalt parking lot in the Florida heat, sun beating down on my car.
Cracking
my dash. If it's raining, it's not like the parking lot's right next to the hotel. I got to run to the parking lot. Okay. Here's the thing that I don't think even Disney has paid attention to what they're doing. It's going to cost you $24 to stay at a Disney Deluxe resort to park your car. It's only $22 to park your car at a theme park.
Yeah.
$22 to park at a registered guest of Disney Resort Hotels, select annual pass holders, premium pass holders, and Disney Premier Passport holders may enjoy complimentary standard self-parking at the Disney theme parks. Well, I would hope so.
Well, I'm going to say for now, I'm not going to be surprised. At this point, I'm not going to be surprised what's not being looked at again.
I understand what you're saying, and we don't want to give them any ideas.
No, trust me. If they pick this out, they're already looking at other things.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. Come on, Disney, we love you. We are willing to pay the upcharge to stay on property. It's staying inside the Disney bubble. We get it. But one of the nice things about doing that, and you and I have talked about this, is being able to stay on property and getting the free parking because you're staying on property, paying that premium charge for the hotel room.
Right.
To be able to then go to the parks and do that on our time and on our availability. We're not flooding the Disney transportation with us because we're taking our own transportation.
Exactly.
What's going to happen to the Disney? They're already saying they're planning on it being just too much to handle once Star Wars Land opens up. That's why they're building the Skyliners, not gondolas, but
exactly
Skyliners.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna now force people that would maybe normally rent a car at MCO or bring their own car so that they can avoid the Disney transportation, make it a little bit easier for them, convenient for them. And now you're going to jam them on one of these Skyliners or a monorail that's having problems or the
Exactly.
What's the my question? This is my question to Disney. My question to Disney is now, what is my incentive? If I'm not flying in, if I'm driving my vehicle, if that's my preferred way to get there, what is my incentive to stay on property? If it's costing me as much or more to park my car at my hotel.
Exactly. At that point, are the perks you're getting worth the extra money you're spending for staying off property?
Right.
And you're talking to two travel agents here who love the parks and want to sell it and love to give people tips. But now this is something we have to look at. And I have to guarantee that we're going to have to put on our website that are you driving down or flying down?
Right.
Because we're going to have to figure that into a quote to give you. And while it might not be listed on the quote, depending on how Disney does it, you're going to have to be aware of it because nobody wants to be surprised with a couple $100 bill at the end of your stay because you've got to park your car.
Well, no, because then they're going to be mad at us.
Well, that's it. And, well, they have to be mad at somebody. I guarantee if you're starting to book at your own on Disney, they're not going to mention the parking charges, except it'll be in fine print at the bottom.
Yeah.
If I had to guess. I mean, they're not going to build it into anything. You're not going to find out until you're probably checking out, unless you read all the fine print.
Right. And now you're talking, let's just round it to $20.
Okay.
$20 for a 6-night stay, that's $120.
Right.
That you're going to be hit with extra that you weren't anticipating. So what we're saying here, and this is no plug for Resort Loop Travel Group or anything like that, but Disney is making it so you really, really have to do your homework if you're planning on going down there and how you're going to get there, how you're going to get from point A to point B, and whether it's a value to stay on property now or stay off property. Because I got to tell you, I'm going to look at staying off property if I'm driving down, because now it's costing me the same amount whether I drive into the park and park at Magic Kingdom, pay the parking to $22, or stay at one of the hotels and pay the money.
Exactly right.
And what about those days where we've always said you want to spend a day at your resort and enjoy your resort. Well, you're still spending $22 or 20, anywhere from $13 to $24, depending on where you're staying. You're still paying to have your car sitting there. How much can you enjoy the resort if you're paying for your car to sit there when it could be at the Magic Kingdom?
Exactly. And we're not talking like this isn't Manhattan or Hawaii. This is a place where they, when it started out, the whole blessing of size thing. These lots are already built.
Right.
And that's been one of their biggest advertised perks, free parking.
Yep.
And now just with one little press release, well, now we're going to start charging for parking. And the people this generally bothers, but what bothers me is a lot of the people who drive and park are people with kids. Like 2, 3, 4 kids who, it gets expensive to fly when you're flying more than 2 people.
And we've always said too, when you're talking about driving down, all those folks that are in those adjacent states to Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. I know it's not adjacent to Georgia, but it's close enough that why would you fly down when you've got less than an 8-hour drive?
Right.
A day drive. Anybody within a day drive of Florida, anybody coming up from, southern Florida that want to spend the night, that's going to be a big hit for people.
Oh, without a doubt. And it's going to be one of those things you're going to have to figure out what level of resort you should even start to look at.
Right. And so, and here's, and again, It just bothers me.
I know.
Again, if you think about the deluxe resorts, let's think about these, please. Disney, think about where you're asking people to park. If you're parking people where you normally park people that just come to visit the Grand Floridian, that's a hike. You're going to charge me $24 for that hike every time I need to go get my car. You're charging me. Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom Lodge, that's a hike. That's not that close. There were times where I would valet park just because it was like, okay, I got little kids, they've fallen asleep. Let me valet park. It's just much easier.
Right.
That's become now you're adding on. You're adding on, and it's not a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Well, it's not a good idea because normally if Disney raises the price of something, you can say, I see the value in this. Right. They're giving me something for this. It's just they're just taking money to take money. I mean, just call it what it is. If they wanted to have a reason for this, they could have spun it. I can maybe see if you were staying at a resort, but now they're going to start charging you to stay at the parks, to park there, to keep cars off the road.
Right.
But that's not the case. Any car that comes in there, they want some cash for each of those cars.
Well, except if you're just visiting.
Well, that's true. I roll in for maybe a dessert somewhere. I don't have to pay to park.
So let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
And this is something, again, guys, we can help you out with. Any Disney travel agent can help you out with. Again, this is not a plug for us. We're just saying. Why not take a look at some of these off-site resorts that are nice, that may even provide a free breakfast every morning to you?
Oh, yeah. A bigger room.
If you're going to have a bigger room, maybe some of the folks that we have tried to get rooms for with 3 or 4 kids, that now you got 6 people trying to find a room, where we can find you now an off-site room. If you're still going to have to pay for that parking, and let's say the parking is going to cost you $3 more. You would typically look at a moderate resort, but it's going to cost you $3 more to park at the Magic Kingdom instead of staying at the moderate resort. But you're saving $100 a night.
Right.
It's a no-brainer. I'll pay the extra $2 if I'm going to save $100 every night and get a just as nice a room, if not nicer, maybe some more amenities like breakfast, like something else that resort has to offer.
Like shampoo in bottles.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what they're taking away some of the classiness that you are usually considered in upscale hotels.
Exactly.
And I don't know. It makes me angry. I kind of think this all started with when they took away the non-expiring tickets.
Well, and that's what we're going to talk about this on the next show. We did some numbers. We crunched some numbers about the annual passes, and I'm going to tell you something. You're going to be shocked at what we found, whether there's a value in purchasing an annual pass. And now throw on this.
Mm-hmm.
You might actually be better off, and I do mean much better off financially, staying off property, saving that money, and buying an annual pass. We're not saying don't go. I'm still going to go.
Oh, absolutely.
You're still going to go.
It's going to irk me every time I have to pay the parking fee, though. I'm just going to think back and go, this is insane. Why didn't you just build this into the price of the room? You just universaled my Disney experience.
Right.
I mean, really.
Right. We are, at this point, I don't feel like a guest anymore. I feel like a customer.
Exactly.
And that has always been the difference between Disney and every place else, is you felt like you were a guest. You felt like you were a part of something when you went there. You felt special when you went there. If you're going to start nickel and diamond like this, you're not feeling special anymore. And I hate to say this, all you DVC folks out there, be careful, because I know that it says DVC members will not be charged for standard overnight self-parking when staying at DVC. I hate to say this, and I certainly don't want to give Disney any ideas, but you have seen what they've been doing with the resale market, folks, separating them drastically from the official Disney purchase members.
Right. They're just trying to manage any backlash right now with this announcement before they do something else. I mean, it's obvious.
So be on the lookout, because if this holds, if this is something that they say we're sticking with this no matter what, you watch what's coming next.
Exactly. Ugh.
Anyway. Oh, and here's something else real quick. For all you folks with your Teslas out there, I don't know if this is something new, but they've got charging stations. They got 4 charging stations at Epcot, 4 stations at Animal Kingdom, 6 stations at Disney Springs. To use this service, you'll need a credit card or a pre-ordered charge point card available at chargingpoint.com. The cost to charge at these stations, 35 cents per kilowatt hour, with a minimum service amount of $1.50. Charging will stop once the vehicle's battery is fully charged. So I don't know what that means. We're going to have to get our Tesla expert.
I heard a lot of yada, yada, yada there. I heard kilowatt.
But they're charging you.
Exactly.
They're charging you is what it boils down to. I didn't know that
they're charging to charge you.
There you go. There you go. So at any rate, folks, if you're going to go to Walt Disney World, you're going to have to do a lot more thinking about how you're going to do it. If you're flying down, this doesn't affect you at all. Don't worry about it.
I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't bring that up yet.
Don't.
I have a feeling if they're charging for parking, Magical Express might not be far behind. I'm just saying, I can't be the only one that's thinking it out here.
Shh. Sorry. Hush.
I'll be quiet.
All right. That, Tim, is all I got on this early release show. We had to get this out because it's just frustrating us.
Exactly. Everybody follow us. Resort Loop. Tim, where am I at? Facebook, Twitter, the website, ResortLoop.com.
Like us on Facebook, rate us on iTunes, join the conversation over at Looper Nation Live, and don't forget to subscribe to the show. What else should folks do, Tim?
Well, besides sharing the magic, I will say, don't podcast angry.
Don't podcast angry. Don't be afraid to contact Disney and let them know that, you're not happy about this. Don't just be nice.
Exactly.
Be nice when you do it. You don't have to be mean about it. So, anyway, see you, everybody.
Vacation memories will stay with you and your family for a lifetime. The Resort Loop Travel Group was created with this in mind. Our fee-free services will relieve you of the stress and confusion of finding and booking the best vacation at the best price. After booking, we will continue to monitor for ways to save you even more on your vacation. We will check for any upcoming packages and discounts to save you as many vacation dollars as possible. Resort Loop Travel Group, gateway to your magical vacation memories. Get a quote, or for more information, visit ResortLoopTravelGroup.com.
We can charge anything we want, $2,000 a day, $10,000 a day, and people will pay it. And then there's the merchandising. I can personally...
Donald, this park was not built to cater only for the super rich. Everyone in the world has the right to enjoy these animals.
Sure, they will. What, we'll have a coupon day or something.
Yes.